Where the Buffalo Roam is back, and it's fitting because we've got Brady Kropp here, and we're actually talking about Buffalo right today.
Yeah,
so I mean,
yeah.
It's kind of fitting.
I tell you what, I went out there the other day with him. It's pretty exciting getting to take some pictures of some of our beautiful buffalo. We got a white herd kind of going on. It's a big deal. People, we'll get into that a little bit, but let's introduce the man.
I got to be honest. I feel like he looks better in the cowboy hat
I think he does.
than we do. But
we're frauds.
Round of applause, yes. Round of applause, Brady Kropp, range manager, Quapaw Cattle Company. I too am the range manager of the communications.
There you go.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So Brady, tell us how long you've been with Quapaw Nation, and kind of tell us what an average day in Brady's life with Quapaw Nation looks like.
So I've been with the tribe going on 4 years now.
Okay.
So been with the buffalo for about a year and a half.
Okay.
It's been exciting, getting to learn a lot of different things about the buffalo that I never knew coming in.
So had you never worked with bison buffalo before?
A little bit, off and on.
Yeah.
Whenever I was kind of interning here originally.
Yeah.
With the cattle company, I got to do some, not as hands-on as I am now.
Yeah.
So
is that what kind of your passion for this kind of came from? Is when you were interning with Quapaw Nation before?
The agricultural side has always interested me. That's always kind of been my passion.
Okay.
It's always been a little more cattle driven, but getting to step into the buffalo side of it's been something that I always thought would be really cool to take on.
Okay.
And it's been great.
So, what's your average day kind of look like? I mean, I assume working in a ranch is not an 8 to 5.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, you never have 2 days that are the same, right?
Okay.
This time of year, we started calving buffalo calves here Sunday.
Okay.
On
Got
Easter.
some news, right?
Got some news. Yeah, got our first little white buffalo calf of the year.
So what does that bring the total up to?
So that brings total up to 10 white buffalo.
Wow.
So it's pretty.
Go Frosty, go.
Yeah.
Go Frosty.
Exactly.
He's got 2 boys to help him out.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there's 23 more to go over there.
Wow.
So we're going to see how many more.
So how many total bison buffalo do Quapaw Nation have?
Right now we're sitting around 161 head.
Well, wonderful.
So
is that kind of a comfortable area? Like, is that kind of what you guys want the herd to be?
I think we're in a pretty good spot on kind of number wise.
What's been kind of the differences that you've noticed or that has really stuck out with you, the difference between dealing with cattle and then traditional cattle and then dealing with buffalo and bison?
Oh, they're completely different. I mean, 100%. When I hired on, Mitch told me, he said, everything kind of about cattle, he said, forget it.
Really?
He said, yeah, it's completely different.
Okay.
So, and that, I kind of brush that off like, okay, whatever. And then the more I got into it, I'm like, he was right.
So what's the biggest difference that you note?
I mean, all around, just all around, everything about them is different. The way they act, I guess, would be the big thing. Said the cows would be pretty docile out there in buffalo.
I saw. So I'm out there trying to get some pictures of them, and he's like, obviously they're eating.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, you want me to get them to lift their head up a little bit? And I was like, yeah. I didn't know he was going to do it. He gets out of the truck, walks up to Frosty. I mean, my eyes about popped out of my head.
Yeah.
And honestly, when Frosty lifted his head, you kind of jumped back a little bit too. Like, oh God, I better get out of here.
The thing that we've experienced when buffalo and bison were out there filming or doing different things is they have no problem communicating how they feel about you through looks and stares and everything. They don't need to say a word. They don't need to make a sound. They don't do anything. Like when they look at you,
they will make sound.
Well, they will, but they don't need to. I mean,
with each other,
but they are perfectly clear on whether you're bothering them or like, hey buddy, you better halt or there's a clear dynamic going on between them, and that to me is the biggest thing that I've noticed dealing with cattle. And
do you feel comfortable like doing that though, like getting out and being around now?
Yeah, I think I've kind of, I wouldn't say really a trust with them, but you know, kind of more of an understanding. You know, like you said, being able to kind of see their body language.
Yeah.
You know, because they do kind of show you them signs a little differently.
Yeah.
You know, and so I feel comfortable getting out with them.
Good.
Yeah. It's all about probably maintaining that
I
respect
definitely would
for the
you know,
creature.
well, and from the animal point of it, you know, they feel comfortable with me with that truck. You know, like whenever we walked out or pulled in there to look at them, you know, they all came running to the truck.
Yeah, they did.
They kind of know that
because they see it as the feed truck.
They see that, you know, we drop feed to them almost every day. And they've kind of learned that truck and understand it.
Is there a particular time of the day that you feed them? I mean, I'm
not
sure
really.
they're probably
It just kind of depends. You know, started calving, spend a little more time, kind of getting to the cows and everything right now.
One of the other things that I hear mentioned quite a bit is the difference between traditional cattle raising and buffalo and bison is the amount of land involved with bison needs so much more than traditional cattle. Like, why is that? I
think kind of a lot of that is in bison kind of roam. You know, they'll kind of graze an area and then they'll move and graze more and graze and keep on going, and then they'll circle back around to that beginning.
Gotcha.
You know, they're really good for the ground as well, though.
They are.
Yeah, regeneration of the ground and things like that.
Yeah.
They're really majestic creatures. Well, let's talk about Quapaw Cattle Company. I mean, it's been in existence probably almost 10 years at this point.
Yeah, somewhere around
pretty close.
And, you know, they do great things, process all kinds of animals, and are able to give food back to tribal members. What's kind of your day-to-day situation with them? Like give us some insight for those of us that don't know. You know, we know the Quapaw Cattle Company is a processing plant, but take us a little bit more in that. What maybe something tribal members don't know about it.
Well, the cattle company's got, you know, a cow-calf operation along with the feed yard and everything feeding facility tied into everything. So, you know, I don't do very much with them on that side. You know, if something's needed help with or something, you know, I'll go assist. But I mean, my day to day really is up here with the buffalo.
Oh, so you're hanging out with them?
I'm with the buffalo about 24/7. So feels like sometimes.
Nice.
So, but
both parts are vital to kind of food sovereignty.
Yeah.
Right? Ties into food sovereignty. We've talked with them before. You guys really are instrumental in, I guess, that it's a meat kind of giveaway for tribal members. It's been about 4 times a year, right?
Yeah, I think last year that we did one every quarter, if I remember correctly.
So you know, it makes sense that bison would be a full-time job, and you're with them. And you said this time of the year is the calving area. So through a calendar year, what kind of, you know, I guess this would be the calving year. Is there a particular time in summer that they do in winter and fall? Or?
So this time of the year, you know, we're starting to fertilize, get everything sprayed, you know, starting to look at bale and hay and everything come summertime, along with that calving. We'll start kind of processing some calves and stuff like that and trying to get everything vaccinated. Okay. So, you know, it gets hectic and busy here in the spring and summer.
What's it look like to try to give a buffalo a shot? I mean, like realistically,
once you get them in, it's
yeah, they've got a whole operation over there.
Yeah, here, listen to what he said. Once you get them in,
it's
So we talked about this too. Like they. So I asked him. I said, "Have you ever had some escape?" And let's talk about that. You told me it took you guys a month to get them back in.
What?
Yeah, we had some escapees. So
they were on the run for a month.
Out of a fence into another pasture, and it took us.
Was it just a scenario of trying to track them down, get them back, try to figure out how to get them back? I mean,
just not push them any further than they already were.
I got you.
So you know, they're so smart, so quick, and trying to.
And they're so deceptively quick.
Oh yeah.
They look like they wouldn't be fast, and they look like they couldn't jump. But I mean, we've heard all kinds of stories about them jumping fences, destroying fences, and just having uncanny speed. I mean, really is a majestic creature by the time you factor all that in and how they communicate with them.
Yeah. Well, they pivot on their front feet too, and that makes them very agile. So,
so I guess if we're in a bar fight, we want a buffalo on our side. What you're saying?
Yes.
What kind of future do you see for what you're doing? Are we at a place where we're wanting to expand the herd or continually expand the herd? Are we comfortable with that?
I think we see, you know, kind of the buffalo herd size getting a little bigger.
Good.
You know, obviously kind of like we talked about on the food sovereignty side, trying to ensure that we do have a supply of buffalo meat, you know, and we're kind of in a, not really a rebuilding, I'd say, but more getting younger, you know, on the animal age side.
Gotcha.
So got a lot of heifers this year. So, which, you know, they would be ones that haven't calved yet.
Okay.
That are breeding age. So
have you guys worked with other local tribes then? Like, what's the process look like? Obviously, we've got a lot of white buffalo now, right? You don't want inbreeding, right? So what does that process look like? How obviously, if you got the three bulls, I think we got. Do we got more than three?
Breeding age only three.
Only three.
Yeah.
So
We got a
Frosty
few
and his
calves.
2 sons, right?
Yep.
How does that look like? Do you guys?
Do you work
ship
with
them
like
off
the
other
Peoria,
tribes,
or is there a plan to on some of that? Or
Not
the
that
Intertribal Buffalo Council?
not that I have kind of been made aware of. You know, we're looking at some different herd bulls, you know, to be able to put on some of these white heifers and stuff, and eventually as they become cows, start calving for us and producing.
And that's the one thing, because we've had a little bit of experience with the Intertribal Buffalo Council. You know, there's a great support system out there for native agriculture and things like that, and so the future is bright. Is there anything else you want to cover that maybe everybody at home doesn't know about, an interesting fact or something kind of quirky about your day?
It's an exciting day every day.
Never the same day
never
twice.
the same day twice.
All right. Well, yeah.
But I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
guys.
coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
your time.
So,
Check back next week to see where the buffalo roam.
Literally where the buffalo roam.
Yeah.